As reported on Monday, social media continues to react to the tragic and mysterious death of Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells. Wells disappeared on July 4th while visiting a remote island with a group of friends after traveling there by boat. 2 days later, authorities discovered his body along the island's shoreline. As the case continues to gain attention online, many social media users have questioned the circumstances surrounding his death. Some have suggested that race may have played a role, noting that Wells appeared to be the only black member of the group of friends he traveled with. However, authorities have not announced any evidence confirming that race was a factor, and the investigation remains ongoing.
Black people, stop going on motherfucking vacation with these white folks. Your white friends call you, say, hey, bud, what's up? Hey, you ain't going on vacation? No. Hell no. Because y'all keep going on them vacations, and they keep coming back home, and we can't find you. You got to tell them white people no right now. Not all of them, but some of them you got to tell them no. I can't swim. Why I'm going out there in the ocean for?
According to reports, Nolan Wells traveled to Horn Island with a group of friends to celebrate the 4th of July. The island is located about 10 miles off the Mississippi mainland and is a popular destination for boating, swimming, and holiday gatherings. While on the island, the group spent time enjoying the beach and the water. However, reports indicate that an altercation took place shortly before Wells disappeared at around 4 p.m. Although authorities have not publicly released specific details about the incident, the reported altercation has become a major focus of public discussion. Many people have questioned why Nolan's friends left the island without him and what exactly happened in the hours leading up to his disappearance. A woman who claimed on Facebook that her boat was docked next to the one carrying Nolan's group said the disagreement involved members of the same group and allegedly continued aboard the boat. These claims have circulated online but have not been officially confirmed by investigators. As the story has gained national attention, some social media users have speculated that race may have played a role, noting that Wells appeared to be the only black member of the group he traveled with. At this time, however, authorities have not announced any evidence indicating that race was a factor in his death, and the investigation remains ongoing. Amid the growing questions, Nolan's black friends and his best friend, Javon Williams, have explained why they were not with him when he disappeared. Speaking to local media, Williams said he had originally planned to ride on the same boat as Wells, but the boat reached capacity, forcing him to travel on a different one. He said he saw Nolan after arriving on Horn Island and recalled their final conversation. As soon as we got out there, he told me that he loved me, Williams said. According to Williams, the last time he saw Nolan was around 4 p.m. He also said that several people saw Wells talking with a young woman while spending time with friends on the island. Williams added that he had accidentally left his phone on the same boat where Nolan had left his belongings, but later recovered it before returning home. Another close friend, Trace Carter, also shared the last conversation he had with Wells before the trip. According to the Sun Herald, Carter told him, "Just hit me up when you get back. Be careful, bro. Watch out for yourself." Wells reportedly replied, "I got you. I'll hit you up later." Friends also noted that Nolan knew how to swim and had taken swimming lessons at the YMCA in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Because of that, some people online have questioned whether foul play could have been involved. However, investigators have not announced any evidence supporting that theory, and the official investigation is still underway. Following the heartbreaking news, Javon Williams continued paying tribute to his friend on social media. In one emotional TikTok post, he wrote, "For all the times you answered my calls, texted me, checked on me, laughed with me, and spent time with me, I love you, brother." He also responded to a commenter who described the situation as devastating, saying that Nolan didn't deserve this. Williams later shared additional photos and videos of the two together on his Instagram stories, as friends and family continued mourning Wells' death. Meanwhile, the friends who traveled to Horn Island with Nolan have reportedly been identified by social media users. However, they have largely remained silent publicly, and several of their Instagram accounts have since been set to private. A review of Nolan Wells' own Instagram account shows that this was not his first boating trip with many of the same friends. Previous posts show him enjoying similar outings on the water, making the circumstances surrounding his final trip even more difficult for those who knew him.
As investigators continue working to determine exactly what happened on Horn Island, many questions remain unanswered. Authorities have asked anyone with information about the case to come forward as the investigation continues.
I'm sorry, but the whole, well, I thought he got on another boat, I didn't realize he was missing. Yeah, that's not sitting right with me, because what you mean you let your friend just get on a random ass fucking boat and everybody's in the comments like, oh, well, we boat hop, this is normal. Nobody thought to go with them. And if it was 4th of July weekend and people were drinking and you saw that your friend was drinking, may or may not have been drinking, why would you allow him to get on a boat if you weren't with them? And don't get me wrong, I've been on a boat, I know cell service is shit. Most people leave their phone on dry land because, you know, shit be flipping over. But if he was getting on another boat and you knew that there was no other way to contact him, again, why would you not get on the same fucking boat? And it'd be different and all the boats were just docked in one little area and you guys were just swimming and, you know, you saw in and out. But again, this just is not sitting right. And then Y'all didn't realize he was missing until it was time for you guys to go home? Like, y'all didn't sit here and think, oh, well, shit, where is he? Where could he have been? Why is he not back yet? We're taking shots and he's not here to take shots with. Where's my boy at? Like, y'all don't sit here and ask these kind of questions. Like, there's a rule. If you came with me, you're leaving with me. Like, I brought you here. I'm taking you home. You guys don't live by that shit?
Nobody knows what happened to Nolan. Nobody remembers what happened. He went into the woods with a girl and we don't know what happened. So why did y'all leave him? Because I needed to be known that the one fact that we got for sure is they didn't report that baby missing until they got back home. They didn't call when they were getting ready to pack up the boat and come back home and realize, hey, we can't find Nolan. We'll be looking for him for an hour. Come help us find him. They didn't report it until they got back home.
So the same thing that happened to Nolan Wells almost happened to me. I think I was like 22 years old working at Texas Roadhouse. You know what I mean? Young, silly, forgot a couple of the things that my granddaddy told me when I was growing up. I thought these people were my friends. Another lesson my grandparents taught me when I was younger is that you don't have any friends. You know what I mean? You really do not. Like, my siblings were always my friends, and I learned that. At any rate, I signed up to go on this, little trip with these people. They let us know, okay, so we're going to get up on the bank right here, and then we're going to go see the waterfall. So I'm like, oh, okay, so but what we going to do at the waterfall? You know what I mean? Because I'm vibing, but at the same time, I'm not stupid. And they was like, we're just going to look at the, sit there, light a fire, smoke some more, drink some more. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we get to the little spot where we pull up the canoes, we anchor them off and whatnot. And then they tell us, okay, so this little piece of water right here, we got to swim across that to get to the waterfall. So I get halfway through the water and I realize that, and I'm losing my strength slowly but surely. And at this point in time, I am calling out for help. No music is playing at this time. You know what I mean? None. Yeah, everybody was rambunctious, excited, whatever, but you could clearly hear me out there in the woods. It's still daylight. So I am screaming that I can't make it. Somebody please help me. They turn around, several of them look at me, say, you can do it. Come on, let's go. And they continue to walk off. At this point in time, I have already said my prayers and have already decided that I'm going to meet my maker. I scream one more time, I am going to drown, and I went down. I don't know can't remember who it was and what made them decide to change their mind and come back, but one person jumped in that water, grabbed me, pulled me up onto the bank, and mind you, they didn't do anything else after that and continued on their way. As young Black children, the same lesson that I'm sure you're telling all your children now, do not be the only one. And it really doesn't matter how people feel about that, because the concern is preservation of life. So for some reason, God saw fit to not allow me to lose my life that day. And for some reason, God called Nolan home. So I will say that despite what anybody feels about how you feel about the situation, please have that conversation with your children. And that's all I'm going to say. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells, and to his entire family.
According to Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter, once Nolan Wells' body was recovered, authorities began treating the case like any other death investigation. Sheriff Ledbetter stated that officials are committed to conducting a thorough investigation to determine exactly what happened.
One, give the family space and time. They are still processing this tragic event. And all of Nolan's close friends. I'll assure you that the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, we're looking at this whole case just like we would any other case.
Meanwhile, Nolan Wells' family has launched a GoFundMe campaign for those who wish to support them during this difficult time following his sudden passing. An autopsy has also been scheduled, with investigators hoping it will provide additional answers about the circumstances surrounding his death. As the investigation continues, many questions remain unanswered. What are your thoughts on this case? After hearing statements from Nolan's friends, do you have more questions? And what do you believe investigators should focus on next? Share your thoughts in the comments below.